Well, thanks for joining me. We are back. More fun. All right, I'm in Daydreams again. And the chocolate bunny. Remember I said we were going to do a cute little chocolate bunny when we came back this week. And I still have not finished the lady from last week. But when I do, or from a few days ago, I will be sure and share that with you. So I was going to leave the bunny white and do the background dark, which I may still do that background dark, but I thought, no, I want a chocolate bunny. So I am using brown ochre 115. These are the CastleArts regular pencils. Then walnut brown 117. Push pause if I'm going too fast. I'm sorry. 68, number burnt umber. Yeah, right. Anyway, so I have started, and you'll see I've already done a good portion of our bunny, but I just wanted to come in and sit and do a little bit more leisurely drawing here. Yeah, this is still, I'm still shooting a few days out. So right now it is the day before Easter Sunday. So I'm using my lightest shade, and I'm just going to be coming in here and coloring this. Yeah, so tomorrow we are supposed to be getting with our son and his wife and their daughter, who is almost 2.5. Wow, time's flying. And our daughter will be here, so we're very excited. She spent almost 2 weeks in Michigan with a cousin, and I haven't had time to really sit and chat with her since she came back. I mean, we picked her up from the airplane, but that's not like really sitting and chatting with her, you know? I miss her. So I would say she's a mini me because we are a lot alike. And she's fun. Not that I'm saying I'm fun or not fun, but she's a lot of fun to be around. So, all my kids are. I love my kids. So, yeah, I'm trying to keep my hand out of the way. So I'm still in this lightest shade. Now, I am not going to go through here with the lightest shade because this leg is behind all of this. So I'm assuming it would be just a little bit more in the background. So I'm going to do this and then this right here, and that's going to be about it in this shade. And then we'll come in darker. It will give it more depth for one thing, yes. So my second color, the 117 walnut brown, I'm going to come in with it. It's going to be heavy here. Get lighter as I blend in. I have to tell you a little story about these pencils while I'm doing this. I have a few of these that the leads are breaking and the numbers are actually rubbing off. The numbers and the name. So I contacted them, and they are actually sending me out another set. I had to send them pictures of the ones that are rubbing off, but then they said, yeah, they said a while back they had a bad batch come through and that they were replacing those, and evidently mine was part of that. So toying with the idea of taking this batch and going ahead and labeling the numbers, and then also pulling my Marco Renoirs and my Crayola and putting them all out, all of them in color order, and then making a master swatch sheet for them and putting them into books so that I start using all the different pencils together. So yeah, I haven't decided for sure because I'm going to be getting another set of these CastleArts. I'm leaning towards going ahead and doing it because they sent me an email today and they're sending the new set of CastleArts. They're not coming in the tin. They're actually coming in the case. So that would give me that set plus my Prismacolors plus my polychromos anytime I want to just use one set if I'm traveling. So I wouldn't have everything tied up in the mix. I would just have my less expensive pencils in the mix. So anyway, I'm toying with that. So I've already posted that question as a discussion on Coloring Books Keep It Clean. So Fern, yeah, I know you're watching this and you're like, wait a minute, we already told you. Yeah, I know. So you don't have to chime in, I know. But for the rest of you that are not on Coloring Books Keep It Clean, chime in and let me know your opinion. What are your thoughts on that? Would you mix them? Would you keep them all separate? What would you do? So just a thought. I just find that some of my pencils are getting shorter and they're not open stock. So sooner or later, they're all going to get mixed anyway. So I'm just thinking about doing it sooner. All right, this down here that's on the bottom, I am going to go ahead and do this just a little bit darker because it is down on the bottom. It would not be getting quite as much light because of his nice plump little body. So, but I do want that to remain kind of fluffy looking. So I'm actually going to come in and just do some lines with this darker. Just to give it a little texture. Not a lot, just a little something. Okay, so then I'm going to come over to this area and do in here. And I'm going to loosely, that's a new one, soft touch right there so that it will still accept the dark pencil. Same thing here, because I know I'm going to be putting the dark right next to that other foot so that it pushes this foot to the background. And we've done that lots of times before, so you kind of know what I'm talking about there. And then I know it's unusual to go in here with this dark, but again, because this foot is behind the other one and behind his body, it would lend itself to being a little bit darker. So that's why I'm going over that light area and everything. Okay, then my darkest shade is Burnt Umber, number 68. So now I'm going to come in with it and do in here. And this is how I'm doing his entire body. That's how I did all of this. It was lighter, then medium, and then all the bits in here are this darker shade. So eventually I'm going to come in and do all of this. Okay, I'll get all of this done. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of coloring. The heat is already starting to set in Texas, so I find myself in my chair. I need to find myself in my garage cleaning it out. Still going to the in-laws one day a week and helping out there. They're doing okay. Nothing new since I updated you last. And then I still get to go see my sister once a week, which is actually really fun, y'all. I get along well with my sister. We have fun. She sent leftovers home with me last time. Oh my gosh, y'all. Pasta with Alfredo sauce. Oh, it was so good. And meatballs. I ate on the leftovers for 2 days. And just me, because my husband's not a fan of the white sauce. So I didn't have to share it. Anywho, all right, so just keep moving with this. But yeah, so my sister's actually going to be taking a trip to see some of her kids and grandkids. And so I'm going to have a little bit of time where I won't get to see her. And hopefully I will spend that time cleaning my garage in the early mornings. But yeah, Texas heat, it gets here pretty quick. All right, now the face. I already did up in the ears with the flowers. And this right here, I took a pink pencil, colored it, then took an eraser and erased it. That's all I did. And that's how I got the cheek to be such a soft color. That's when I thought I was still going to leave the bunny white. So, ta-da! Now I'm not. So I'm just going to go ahead and color over that. And not worry about it. It'll still show up a little pink. Yeah, and I'm okay with that. For this paper to feel kind of smooth, it's really got a lot of divots in it. And I find that it's been taking a bit of extra work to get all those little white spots out of the paper. You know, we've talked about the mountains and the valleys and how you're just pushing the color down in there. But it's really taken some doing. I really noticed it a lot in the last video when I was doing the lady's face. And I had to come back in and put in another layer of color. Yeah, I need to get back to her and finish her. But she's in the other book, and I'm really trying to finish this book first. I've not generally done a book cover to cover, but this book has been so much fun that I've really enjoyed just going through. All right, now once I've done that, I'm going to come in with my second color. Get up under here. And then blend it out. It's the same as here. Okay, so as if this was the nose. See, this is the nose. Or the, what do you call it on a rabbit? Is it still a muzzle? Muzzle area? The mouth? Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. I'm just going to blend it in, and I'm going to keep it a little darker on that edge. Just because it'll make it look like it's rounded around a little bit. And then here. Remember, an eraser is your friend. If you accidentally get into some of those little circles, you know, you can come back and erase them. It's not that hard of a task. And if you're using a gel pen, depending on what color and the opaque or transparency of it, you might not have to erase anything. So, and I'm going to get lighter because I want a little bit of light right in there. And then this will be darker. I'll put that with the darkest shade. Yeah, there's not going to be a lot of the lighter in here, just a bit. In fact, let's grab that brown ochre and go ahead and get that in there. There we go. And go ahead and blend this again too. You can't go wrong for the most part. You know, there's always stipulations, but for the most part, you can't go wrong by blending again. You're just really going to mix those colors better and have better coverage. And I'll do the same thing all through that face. So I'm back to my darkest shade, and I'm going to get up in here, and that's really going to push that face forward because I'm doing behind it dark. So you decide what you want in the foreground and what you want in the back. And that's how you're going to know more about where to shade. And you can do your bunny any color you want if you're doing one also. Yep. Oh, I don't care if you do it teal. Your bunny. You're the colorist. You bought the book. It's up to you now. There are no coloring police. So do your thing. Yeah, I just went there just to push this up just a bit. I haven't even watched the time. Just been sitting here coloring and chatting. So I guess because I never remember to set the timer on my phone, I don't say never, I shouldn't, because I do sometimes. But anyway, I do need to stand up and look. Oh, 17 minutes. We're doing good. All right, well, let's keep working on that face then. So this is in front. So this is going to be light. This side, now on this side, I'm not going to go all the way to that edge because I want it to look curved around. Okay, so if it's curving, it's a little bit lighter. And I'm going to do the middle of that bottom of this lip, just the middle. And I am going to go ahead and do this all brown too. We used to raise rabbits when our children were little. Yep, we used to have little baby rabbits, and the kids would have parties, and we'd let everybody hold them. Yeah, you have to be careful though. We took care to make sure that the kids wouldn't hurt them. Okay, so not babies. Now our own kids got to hold the babies, but not at parties and stuff. But yeah, you can actually put peanut butter on the mama's nose. So if you're out in the yard and you see baby rabbits and you find their little nest, and the nest is just going to be a fur ball of fur down in the ground. So you can actually take and barely pick that baby up because, in fact, don't pick the baby up yet. Okay, I'm going to go back to my second color. Find the nest first and rub your hands in the fur that's in the nest and then put the babies back in. That way she has her own scent on the babies from the fur and not yours. Because once you've played with them, there's a chance she'll reject them. So yeah, if you're putting babies back in the nest, that you've found out in your yard, because that does happen sometimes depending on where you live. Then you see I went right on that edge, and then on the outsides there. I'm going to do just a little here, but not a lot. And then underneath the nose. Yeah, so if you want her to take them back, which you do, then you want to be sure and make sure that her scent is on you before you mess with them. So like when they were babies and their eyes were just opening and we were looking at them or playing with them, we would take, back to my first color, we would take and rub our hands all over her fur, all in the nesting box, make sure that we were really coated with her smell. And we never had a problem with a mama taking her babies. In fact, if there's several nests or something and maybe one mom leaves her babies, I don't know why, you know, but anyway, let's say she just leaves them, you can get that first smell all over you and wrap it all around that baby, and she will probably take that baby in as her own. Yep, they're good that way. So anyway, and you think, well, wait a minute, that's one more in the nest. How does she not know? I don't know. Got me. I just know it works. I was going to say, how did we get off on this subject? But it's because I'm coloring a rabbit. All right, do you see how these lines are coming down? So here is going to be the lighter color. And also on this side. And that middle section is going to be darker. So I'm actually going to put the darkest color in first. Shock of all shocks. Right there. Okay. And then my medium color right here. And let that come down. And then come in with the lightest and do some blending. And now do you see that ear separation? It's just a natural dip. So there's that. Okay. Well, we are going to be up and at church by 7:45 in the morning for Easter Sunday breakfast. I don't know. I heard something about they were going to have breakfast tacos, and my husband heard the word donuts. So we're going for breakfast. Anyway, I am going to stop here in just a bit and go get everything around for in the morning so I'm not getting up at the crack of dawn. So that's going to do it. Again, just keep going. Almost all of this is going to be the lightest shade. I will take, let's see, the medium is going to be right here. And then the rest of it's going to be the lightest. This is all going to be light, blended into the medium. Because by putting that little bit of dark on the edge, it's going to give that rounded look. Okay, my fist. See how on the edge it's darker? It's lighter here. Now imagine that upside down. So it's lighter here and darker on the edges. Darker on the edge, lighter as it comes in. And you've seen me do this before. If you're new to my station, my channel, thank you so much for coming, hanging out. If you've got any questions or want to let me know how you found me, post it down in the comments. I do read my comments. I do reply to my comments. If you're a spammer, you will be filtered out. So this is our our little safe place to be. Me and my followers and I. I am not a household name, I don't think. But hey, yeah, I'd love to know how you heard about me, how you found my station, my channel. Some of you have been with me for a long time, and you probably found me over on Facebook's Coloring Books Keep It Clean. But yeah, I'd love to hear from everybody. How did you find my YouTube channel? What was it that brought you in? Okay, so yeah, I look forward to seeing all the comments. All right, so I could keep going, but I need to stop. Morning's going to come early. All right, again, thank you for dropping by. Fun pages, and I will see you in a few days. Bye.